See if it worked now. We gotta be shooting from the phone today. It seems like. Seems like this is what we shooting from. I guess we shooting from this today. It's that damn video with the dude hitting the damn police officer. I don't show the video because I'm trying to show violence. I think that's what YouTube is misinterpreting. I'm not trying to show violence. I'm trying to show a police officer handling their duty under extreme situations without killing anybody. That's what I'm trying to show. But there's a bot and it's not an actual person. So there's nothing I could do about that. So we're shooting from here today. We're shooting from the phone. But I just want to be clear about something. Also, shout out to Shotty. It's Shotty's birthday. But I want to be one of these days. I forget which day it was. But I want to be clear on something. I'm not showing that video footage because I'm trying to show a cop getting hit or anybody getting hit. I'm showing that video footage because I think that those police officers need to be commended. I think, you know, if we see a police officer get hit, we automatically assume that the police officer is about to get, you know, is about to absolutely obliterate the individual that they hit, right? Right? That's what we're assuming. The police officer might shoot somebody or attack somebody or beat them up, and it seems like the police officer got hit and then acted appropriately in arresting the individual. So that's what I'm actually trying to show. So this is one of those times where I'm trying to show the police doing their job the appropriate way, and YouTube, I guess the bots or the algorithm or whatever the fuck it is misinterpreting my. I guess they're trying to guess my intent, and they are wrong. But shout out to that. There's nothing I could do about that. How's everybody doing this morning? I do want to give a shout out to that police officer for doing his job the right way, though. That's a whole fact. Also, happy birthday to Shotty. His birthday was like a couple of days ago. But the main thing that I want to talk about today is something that I was actually speaking on recently, and I'm happy to hear that my song picked it up. I had the clip that I played in the other video. I don't have the clip right here for y'all for different reasons, but I can play the audio so you can hear what my son said in regards to the clip. But the first thing we want to do is we want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. Let's do roll call. What up, Dino Love? How you doing this morning, my brother? What up, New York Troll City? How you doing? What up, Nisa Branch? Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? What up, Gully Boy? Gully Boy said that cop got his wig pushed back and still acted accordingly. See, I think that we need to show a little bit more gratitude and respect to these police officers that's out here doing their job the appropriate way. I think that we, especially in the hood, we're so used to, you know, fuck all cops and whatever that type of mandate is supposed to be, that even when we got police officers that's doing their job the appropriate way, we don't appreciate them. So therefore, you know, 5-6 years of doing your job the right way, and then you getting shit on, you sooner or later the person is gonna start, you know, doing other shit. You know, I don't know another way to explain it. What up, Mastermind? How you doing this morning, my brother? Almond Brown, Katie Cam, how you doing? What up, the Biz Niz? What up, Sharice Sapp? Happy to see you here this morning. What up, Rastafari? Katie Cam. Did I say Katie Cam? Tiffany Harrison, Black Wolf, James S. What up? What up, Juno? DSTN, how you doing, my brother? Who else we got up in here? Shot Murder, what up? What up? It's Easy. Hector Alvarez, Soleil, how you doing? What up, Dupree Grayson? E Money Bags, Natasha Johnson. What's up, Bree Powell in the building? All right, so we got a lot of people. We got some people. What up, Cafe? So I just wanted that to be clear. I think that I'm just happy they didn't kill the guy. Be perfectly honest with you. I'm happy that that guy wasn't killed. I'm happy that the police officers that was there acted responsibly and didn't take that man's life. And I just want to share that with the rest of y'all. So that's what that was about. All right, so there's something I want to talk about. I'm going to let y'all listen to my song real quick. I'm going to let y'all listen to my song real quick. Check this out. Is this the right one? This is the right one.
So yeah, fuck McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? They one of the reasons why black people have underlying health issues right now. Why the COVID-19 is taken out of a lot of black people because we eat bullshit like McDonald's. So I need a reason to say fuck them anyway. So since they are part of the the conspiracy in China to ban black people, to ban Africans, and who are ultimately black people, I say fuck them. Like we don't need that shit anyway. It's killing us. They got processed meat. They got a bunch of shit that is contributing to us dying, especially at this time. At this time, we need to be more healthy anyway. So you need to exile McDonald's anyway. I get it. We grew up in it. They've been fucking our system up for years. You're comfortable with it, but you got to unlearn some shit anyway. So McDonald's is an easy target right now. They're banning black people, in China, so we can ban McDonald's. It's not that hard. It's a simple shit. McDonald's got processed meat. They got all the shit that's killing black people is in McDonald's. So we can easily just say, you know what? I'm just gonna exile McDonald's because they exiled us. So fuck McDonald's as a staff, as a business, as a motherfucking record label.
Yo, I swear I want my son on the show. We gotta go harass my son to come pull up. If y'all guys really love the BBN network, y'all gonna go to the freaking IG and you're gonna harass her son, my son until he pull up on us. That's what y'all gonna do. If y'all really love the BBN network, I'm just saying shit. I know y'all love this over here anyway, but it'll be dope if we could harass her, my son, so he could come pull up on us and talk some of his shit. Shout out to Natasha Johnson with the $4.99 drop. Definitely appreciate you, baby girl. There's a couple of things that I want to say about this, and there's a couple of different angles and places I want to go with it. But first, before we even get to McDonald's, I don't even want to talk about McDonald's yet, y'all. I want to talk about something else before we get to McDonald's, just so we can be clear. I want to talk about a couple of things before we get to McDonald's. Just yesterday, before my son even put this out, I explained to y'all. Chinese food restaurants ran soul food restaurants out of business. I'm going to say that again. Chinese food restaurants ran soul food restaurants out of business in New York City. I don't know about nowhere else. I'm talking about New York City. I'm going to explain what they did. They sold more food for less money. The big difference is their food is empty calories. Everything's fried. Please tell me something that's coming out of the Chinese food restaurant that's not fried. Can somebody tell me something that's coming out of the Chinese food restaurant that's not fried? Everything is fried. All of that shit is empty calories. None of that shit is any good for us. But what they did was they sold so much food for less money that when you put that in impoverished neighborhoods, we don't have no choice but to eat it. We don't have no choice. When you gotta choose between freaking the shit that keeping your lights on and feeding your family a healthy meal, or you could keep your lights on and feed them Chinese food, niggas is gonna eat Chinese food. Just so we could be clear. I had a brother tell me something once. One of my brothers, right? My brother Tashim. He said that he used to have a friend when he was in Chinese, when he was in high school or junior high school, I believe. One of the when he was in school. And his friend was Chinese. It could have been high school because my brother went to Bronx High School of Science and they have a lot of Asian people there. So he said that the dude's family owned a Chinese food restaurant. So he went there one day and he went and bought some food and he went to go get the ketchup, and the guy snatched the ketchup from him, his people, and gave him a different ketchup bottle. He unscrewed the ketchup bottle that he snatched away from him, and there was maggots all in the top of the ketchup bottle. Maggots. Now, I'm not saying that this is generally the way that Chinese food restaurants do their ketchup. I'm not saying that at all. I'm only talking about this specific restaurant and what I was told was in it. You understand what I'm saying? So besides the fact that they're giving us food that has no nutritional value, once again, I'm going to say this once again, Chinese food has like zero nutritional value. Everything is fried. Not just that, but this particular restaurant had maggots in the ketchup. Do anybody want to know why they had maggots in the top of the ketchup? Because you do know this is the hood. Everybody uses ketchup. So it's not because they couldn't clean it or that they're not changing the ketchup out. It was done on purpose. I believe it was done on purpose because their food has no nutritional value. But when you pass that ketchup through those maggots, you're adding nutritional. Maggots are a source of protein for everybody that don't know. So when you're passing that ketchup through those maggots, because have you ever seen a worm eat? A worm and a maggot have similar digestive systems, I believe. Have you ever seen a worm eat? What up, Smashville? So what they were basically doing was they was adding protein to the adding a protein to the ketchup by having the maggots in the ketchup passing the ketchup through itself and back out the other end and then putting it into your fucking food because their food has no nutritional value. That's a whole nother thing. Anyway, that's the first thing that I want to say. Second thing that I want to say is this. Not only did they run our soul food restaurants out of the neighborhood by underbidding, because check this out. When you go to a soul food restaurant back in I guess like the 70s and you want to go get yourself some mac and cheese with some ribs and some collard greens and some rice, that's gonna be a lot more expensive just because of how expensive the actual contents of the meal. It's going to be a lot more expensive than going to the Chinese food restaurant getting some fried rice with 4 chicken wings. I remember going to the store getting fried rice with some chicken wings was like $2.50. It was like $2.50. You get four whole chicken wings with a shitload of fried rice, $2.50. I remember that. I used to go get 2 wings with fries for $2. I remember that. That's you can't beat that deal. That deal was unbeatable. You telling me I'm gonna spend $2 and get 4? That deal is unbeatable. So they ran soul food restaurants out of the hood. Now, hold on 1 second. Let's forget about. Yeah, that's a fact. People buy Jordans and then eat off the dollar menu. That don't even make sense. That is retarded, homeboy. That's totally retarded. You're gonna put more money into your clothes than the shit you putting into your body, which is basically your physical makeup. That don't even make sense. But check this out. Do you know that also another thing that the Asian community does is, who buys more cosmetics than anybody? The black community, right? All of our women go get the hair, go get the wigs, go get all the makeup, all of that stuff, right? You know that these they when a black person opens up like a hair salon or something like that, they have to buy those same freaking the Asian market, the Koreans or whoever, they sell to their people at a ridiculously better price so that they can always undercut our stores prices. They're doing the same thing. So when you see these black beauty salons that got the hair, right? It costs more for them to get the hair to sell to you than a Asian hair salon place, hair place. Because they are purposely selling it to their people at a lower price. So their people could basically do the exact same thing that Chinese food restaurants did to the soul food restaurants. Come over here and under price. So if you on a budget, you can't go spend money with your people. Could we get those likes up? I'm dropping mad jewels. I got way more to come. Could we get those likes up? We got 115 people in here with 29 likes. Come on, y'all. if they even sell it to you. Yeah, because they don't sell it. Some Korean the manufacturers won't sell outside of Korean people. They will only sell it to other Asian people. That's a whole fact. On top of that. So think about these things. I know it costs more money to spend with our people, but I'm gonna let you know right now. I spend money with our people and pay more often. I don't do it every time, but I do it often. I'd rather spend two, $3 extra and give that to our people. And when I say our people, I am literally talking about colored people. I'm literally talking about black people. I will absolutely spend a little bit more money so I can go to a black business because I know often black businesses are getting priced out of the market. Not because it's no racist shit, but I know that our people get priced out of the market. That's a fact. Don't forget, we had a YouTube channel that are full of racists come over here and try to do that racist shit with me. Who was here when that lady was DMing me, calling me the N-word and all that other shit, and that whole channel that have all those racist people over there was attacking me over here? Who was over here when they was doing that? When all the racists, and notice I'm not saying black white people because they had actual black people that were helping them do racist shit also. But who was here when they was doing that? So yes, without a shadow of a doubt, I will spend a couple of extra bucks to spend money with our people because I understand what the fight is. I understand what the fight is. I understand what's going on. So I will absolutely spend a little bit of extra money with our people. That's a whole fact. Don't let nobody tell you different. Don't let nobody tell you different. So that's another thing. What up, Joe Wall? Yeah, Joe Wall, you've been here for a minute. Salute. So that's another thing, right? So listen to what I said. I'm gonna go over this slowly one more time, but I'm gonna make it quick. They ran the Asian people, Chinese people ran us out of our main business. Who cooks like black people? And when I say that, I don't mean black people cook better than everybody else. What I'm saying is we have an actual type of a type of cuisine. It's called soul food. Why are they? They got Caribbean chain stores, right? They got Chinese food chain stores, right? Why there no soul food chain stores? Anybody else ever think about that? They got Italian chain restaurants. You need me to name some so we could be clear? Golden Crust, Caribbean, right? Panda Express, Asian cuisine, right? Chinese cuisine, right? What was the other one that I named? Italian. You got the Olive Gardens of the world and all these other things, right? But what about? I don't know nothing about Collard Green Emporium. They're not national. They're not national. I've never seen a Collard Green Emporium commercial. Every single one of these other places I've named to you, I've either seen the commercial or I've seen them in Midtown Manhattan. Popeyes is not black people's. Stop that. Because Popeyes is dope and I love Popeyes, but that's not soul food. I can't go to Popeyes and get collard greens. I can't go to Popeyes and get ribs. I can't go to Popeyes and get candy yams. Get it? Oh, it's a good name. It doesn't exist. Collard Green Emporium. Somebody needs to make a Collard Green Emporium. It's a whole fact. So you got to understand they're running us out of the market. You understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? That's when, and the reason why I brought up that racist channel is because that's what they tried to do to us. That racist channel tried to do the exact same thing to us that that the Chinese restaurants did to the soul food. That the Korean hair places did to the salons. You understand what I'm saying? Said Popeyes is the missionary position of soul food. I like missionary position. I like looking her dead in the eyes. I want to look you dead in the eyes, baby girl. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to see all those emotions. I want to experience them with you. Keep it a whole stack. when your time come, I'ma be there with you, baby girl. We gonna do this together. That's a whole fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. Anyway, my mind just went somewhere totally different. Anyway, point being is, so now for everybody that don't know, now I think I caught y'all up on the black people's experience with Chinese people. I think we got caught up to the degree that we can move on a little further. Shy Murder says, yeah, same in New York, but soul food is exactly from the soul. It's hard to manufacture that taste across the city, more or less across the country. I'm gonna agree with you 100%, right? Because you can eat a million different macaroni and cheeses, and them shits all taste different. That's a whole fact. Your macaroni and cheese tastes like yo macaroni and cheese. Yo collard greens taste like yo collard greens. That's a whole fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. Atlanta should have soul food restaurants. But the point in which I'm making is that I'm telling you, because I remember growing up, shout out to my pops. I remember growing up, and my pops was one of those people that stayed going to soul food restaurants all the time. Stayed spending money with our people. Shout out to my pops. I think that's one of the main reasons why even now today I have the type of mindset that I have, that we have to spend some of our money with our own people. You don't got to spend 100% of your money with your own people, but come on, we could spend 25% of our actual income inside of with our people. We can do that. That's not even difficult or hard. But we talking about Atlanta. I'm in New York City. Can you find a soul food restaurant in Albuquerque, New Mexico? Can you find a soul food restaurant in Seattle, Washington? That's my point. Just because you could find one in Atlanta, that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't prove what I'm saying to be incorrect. That actually proves what I'm saying to be correct. Because if there could be a soul food restaurant in freaking in Atlanta, they could damn sure be a soul food restaurant in my neighborhood. Why not? Why is there no soul food restaurants in my neighborhood? I hate when people do that. When you be talking about something and they be like, well, there's this one thing that exists. One exists that's good enough. So one city with soul food restaurants in it, that's all black people get? That's all we get? One city? What up, Ace Money? What up, Urban Legend? If you can understand my point. All right, so I want to say a couple of things real quick. Franchising. Thank you, Smashville TV. This is why it makes it so difficult for me to have conversations sometimes, because there's always going to be that people that act like because somebody gave us a crumb, we supposed to be happy. Why we got to be happy with crumbs, homeboy? Please, somebody explain that to me. That's a good point. Hold on. Fitness protection, that's a good point. That's why soul food places don't go far in their particular city, because we all think our moms and aunties' food is better. No, that's not the reason. That's not the reason. That's literally not the reason. Juno says Chinese people don't even eat the food that they sell to us. If you look at the food they make for themselves, it's not on the menu. Their food is very healthy and they eat it for themselves. First of all, we don't know how healthy their food is. They eating dogs over there in China. So let's stop acting like we know that their food is healthy. Their food is different. Let's say that and let's stick with that. We don't know. God dang it. We don't know how much healthier their food is or isn't. We do know that they're eating different food. Let's not add value to something that we're not sure of. Is that fair? I hope that's fair. And yes, there are soul food places on 125th Street also, by the way. 125th Street got soul food spots that are actually really, really good. So hold on, let's move on to the next thing real quick. So this is the issue that I have, right? For everybody that don't know, black people are getting locked up in China for the simple fact of being black. I'm going to say this again. For everybody that don't know, black people are getting locked up in China just because they're black. I'm going to say that again. Black people are getting locked up in China because they are black. Remember a while back when Chinese people was getting attacked like crazy? And me, myself, being one of the people that said, please don't attack them. I'm also still saying, please don't be attacking just random people. That's just that like, don't be on that time. Right? Chinese people are literally attacking random black people in China, preventing them from being able to, kicking them out of their homes. They're not allowed to live in any apartments. They're not allowed to go buy food. Nothing. How many of y'all still hate America? How many of y'all still hate America? How many of y'all keep saying that you know how much y'all hate America? I've had a lot of things happen to me, right? But being arrested, kicked out of my apartment, and being told that I'm not allowed to buy food to eat because I'm black are three things that did not happen. We've seen the footage of the Chinese government doing it. I don't care if you apologize. If you shoot me in the arm on purpose, knowing that I am innocent, and then after everybody found out that you did it, you then apologize, I'm not accepting that apology. You can eat dick. Part of my language. Just a fact. If you shoot me in the arm on purpose, knowing that there's no reason for you to shoot me, then after the fact, you apologize for some shit you did on purpose that you was 100% wrong for. I'm not accepting that apology, and you can eat dick. I generally don't accept any apology if I think you did something on purpose with no other reason but to harm me. I don't accept those apologies in general. Just in general, I don't accept any of those apologies. Just so we could be clear. What did Jesse say? Yep. Kick Jesse. Could somebody kick Jesse? Could somebody kick Jesse? Could I admin in here? Go up there, kick Jesse. We're not doing that. Somebody kick Jesse. We're not doing that. Now it's going to allow me to kick somebody. Admins, kick everyone that say the coronavirus is fake. People are dying. We're not here to discuss that. Thank you, Armin Brown. Please click. Armin Brown just told us what he said. Please kick Jesse all the way out the door. Hit him with all his bags. Every bag we could find. I need niggas to go to the store, buy brand new bags. Hit him with those bags also. Appreciate you. We're not doing that. So check this out. So basically, and I seen this the other day. I need to. I sometimes I just don't be reporting on shit, but I seen this the other day, right? They had actual signs on the front of the McDonald's. Actual signs on the front of the McDonald's saying that black people were not allowed in the store. Black people will not be served. When these Chinese food restaurants open back up, everybody that go to them shits is a traitor to me. Chinese food is a dub. What up, Buck? Chinese food is a dub. Black people, please stop eating Chinese food. Stop giving them our money. Do you understand that if black people stop eating Chinese food, them niggas is going out of business? Let's send them niggas out of business. Let's send Chinese food restaurants out of business. Let's send these freaking Korean hair places out of business. You know, if y'all stop going to these Korean hair places, they're gonna have to start selling to our people at a fair rate. They're not gonna have a choice. Stop buying hair from the Asians. Stop buying hair from the Asians. Stop doing business with the Asians. No, it wasn't in New York City. It was in China that this happened. It was in China that this happened. It was not in New York City. Let me wipe that lens. I think my lens is a little foggy. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, that's better. What the hell was going on? I had y'all looking through a freaking messed up ass camera lens. Stop going to these, yes, boycott their establishments. That's a whole fact. Do you understand that Chinese people don't sell shit to themselves? I'm going to say this again. Chinese people don't sell shit to themselves. Aziz says in China they put up banners saying no blacks and dogs allowed inside. I saw that on a YouTube. I believe it. Could somebody please name to me something that Chinese people sell to themselves? Sell to themselves. Please, somebody name me one thing that Chinese people sell to themselves. One thing. I never seen a Chinese person in a Chinese food restaurant buying food. I never seen a Chinese person in the hair salon buying hair. Tell me something they sell to themselves. I don't even see Chinese people inside of the fucking dollar stores that they own, and I'm not going to those neither. I'm not going to their dollar stores no more. They a dog. No, they don't sell nothing. I'm not even joking. They don't sell anything. They don't never sell themselves anything. They sell all of us stuff. They sell us stuff. They don't sell themselves anything. Everything they buy is probably wholesale. They don't go to the same stores we go to. That's a fact. I'm not, and this is not me being racist. This is me drawing a freaking a line in the sand. I'm not buying nothing from Asian people no more. Period. I'm going to spend money with my black brothers, with my Puerto Rican brothers, with my Dominican brothers, with my white brothers, with my brothers of every nationality and race that our people could go into their country and have a job, eat, and freaking get an apartment. That's who I'm going to spend my money with. Okay, so the business, you are losing the point. I'm not talking about stuff that's manufactured in China. I'm saying that I'm not going and purchasing anything from a store that's owned by Chinese or Asian people. I'm not talking about where they manufacture the stuff at. And I'm telling you right now, there's about to be a flip and a changeover, and a lot of things that are being manufactured in China are not going to be manufactured in China in the future. Watch. Hummingbird meat is a thing. I'm about to get to McDonald's in a minute. Hold on. Crisis says Force is dropping jewels that people are not even understanding. Force is literally encouraging a new Black Wall Street mindset. Salute, my brother. Yes, they're moving a lot of the markets to India. That's a fact. A lot of the manufacturing plants are actually moving to India. A lot of the manufacturing plants are moving. A lot of the manufacturing plants are actually moving to India. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. A lot of the plants are moving out of China. And could I say something real quick? I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump, but hasn't Trump been telling us to giving the middle finger to the Chinese forever? Trump been talking shit about the Chinese before he was president. Trump been talking shit about the Chinese before he was president. Stop going to these Chinese food restaurants. When them shits open back up, them niggas is a dub. Stop going to these hair salons. I understand, ladies. You need to get the piece that costs like 200 or something, 150. I don't know how much hair costs. And if you go to the Asian, you spend like $30-$40 less, maybe. I don't know what the difference is, but stop spending your money with the men. Let's start giving our women the extra money so they can go to the black people and spend their money at the black salons, buying the hair at the and putting money into people that look like us pocket, into the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans and the black people pockets in our neighborhood. Let's start doing that. So men, let's start giving our women and making sure that our women shop with us. You understand what I'm saying? Then go to the Africans also. That's a fact. Or the Dominicans. Africans and Dominicans, first of all, you let an African braid your hair, they might braid your whole brain out of your head. I'm just gonna be clear. Do y'all mofos, I remember when I had braids, never. Y'all braid too tight for me, homie. I'm just saying, you're great at your job, but you might be too great. Point being is, you said India is in Asia? Everybody's connects is the Koreans. Are y'all listening to me? Okay, I don't want to repeat myself again, so I'm going to say this very clearly and concisely one time. Everybody is getting their product from the Koreans. Period. What the Koreans do is they sell to their own people at a lower price. So when we go and we buy from the actual store, in order for our people to make any kind of profit, they have to sell it at a higher price than the Koreans can. If we stop going to the Koreans altogether and only go to our people, the Asians that are the Koreans that are now selling their hair to our people have to start selling their hair to our people at a fairer rate because their people aren't making any sales. Do y'all understand how business work? I don't want to have to keep repeating this. I can't be the only one that went to school for this shit. If we stop using their people, that won't be a viable source of income for them, and they have to do business with us. Therefore, we can negotiate at a better rate. Am I the only one that understands business? What the hell? Okay, India is technically South Asian, but you know that when we say India, we're not talking about Asians. Y'all just want to split hairs. Y'all know when y'all split hairs, it makes me question your intelligence, right? Y'all do know that, right? When I see somebody split hairs, I remember the name and it makes me question your intelligence because you're literally trying to slow down the conversation. We're boycotting Asians, not India. Crisis says, Frost, take a step. You see, Crisis do good comments. If you notice, I read a lot of Crisis comments because he's never splitting hairs. So if you want your comments read more, make good comments and stop splitting hairs. Because I will read one of your splitting hair comments and then I probably won't even look at your name no more. Crisis says, Frost, take a step back and explain how many times the dollar circulates in these other communities compared to ours. That's a fact. They should allow everyone to better follow you. That's a fact. Yeah, the Chinese food don't do nothing. First of all, don't feed. The number one thing we need to start doing is we need to start feeding. If you want your kids to grow up healthy and strong, stop feeding them shit like Chinese food. Period. If you want your kids to grow up healthy, you want to know why when you go to the South, a lot of them dudes is like this? Because they've been eating good food all their life. You want to know how when you come to the New York and up here, we got a lot of people that's like super skinny and all these health issues because we eating fast food and Chinese food like crazy. I'm just telling you. D No Love says it's time we take back our country and support our kind, meaning black and Hispanics. We're letting the outsiders who treat us like shit get rich. I'm gonna read that comment again. It's about time we take back our community and support our kind, meaning blacks and Hispanics. We are letting the outsiders treat us like shit and get rich. I'm gonna explain something to you that pissed me off a while back. Well, it didn't piss me off, but it made me just look at our people weird. Slow down. Hold on. Explain something. I was in a back and forth with a racist channel. I'm not saying their name, or with a channel that has a lot of racist subscribers to it. You could call it whatever you want to call it. The person who runs the channel know he has a lot of racists there. Literally said that to me and to other people. So that he knows that his community is filled with racists. I'm gonna tell you the crazy shit that killed me. The shit that killed me is when me and him was beefing, or he was beefing with me, and I was trying to ignore him. The racists in his community started donating to him like crazy. Every time he said something bad about me, or every single time he was like trying to bash or attack me because he was attacking a black person and they supported that. I'm sitting here right now dropping mad jewels with y'all, telling y'all a lot of shit that I think some of y'all don't know, trying to help reprogram some of our brains. And I only got one drop. We don't value information. I'm gonna say that again. We, we, we don't value information. A while back, I saw my son, and my son wants to monetize his platform, and his platform is monetizable. I think my son deserves support. I think that my son should be able to monetize his platform. And you have people getting mad at my son because he's out there doing the Lord's work, and he wants to be able to get support from his community, and you got people saying, why don't you just go get a job? How the fuck is he gonna go get a job if he's spending all of his time fighting for civil rights? What kind of shit is that's his job? We should be supporting people out there that's trying to fight for our civil rights. What do you? So you want my son to fight for our civil rights in the daytime, and at nighttime he's supposed to go be a janitor? What kind of shit? That don't even make sense. I mean, I don't know what his ability to do or whatever, but I'm just trying to say, when you're bashing black people, the people that don't like black people give you all the support in the world. When you're trying to lift up our people, even our own people don't come and support you. That's what I'm saying. Hell yeah, I got 165 people in here and we can't even get 100 likes, and that's free. James S. Right when I was saying, and that's free, James S. typed it at the same time. Great minds, homie. Wait, somebody says they also want my son to cut them a check because he has money. I don't know what the hell is going on with our people. Our people are just our people work against our best interests all the time. The shit is crazy. Shout out to John Becknell with the $5 drop. He said a little something because I got stimulated today. Appreciate you, John Becknell, and I appreciate me. I'm trying to do the best job I could do. Mike Larry says, I think it's supposed to say crisis. He says this little crisis won't reverse 400 years of instilled behavior for blacks, but a gun and protect your fam. Yeah, but just because something isn't gonna work right now, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be trying to make sure that in the future we could get to that point. You feel me? No journey is that you don't end no journey when you begin it. Shout out to James S with the $10 drop. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. I didn't even apply for a check. There's people who needed there's people who need a check way more than me. One and two, those checks you gotta pay back. Yeah, I know that, right? And you're gonna most likely have to pay that check back with some type of interest attached to it. Shout out to Black Wolf with the $20 drop. Appreciate you, my brother. Y'all do know that those checks that y'all getting, y'all gonna have to pay back. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to pay those checks back with interest. You do know this, right? You're gonna pay the government back more than they actually gave you. Shout out to Everett Grill Chris with the $5 drop. He says, I keep hitting the like button, but they don't want your numbers to add up, Jack. Appreciate you. Shout out to Crisis Black with the $5 drop. He said, check it. They making us the enemy right now. We have to operate in a war mindset and protect us. Force dropping warnings, but cats ain't realizing. That's a fact. It's a loan on next year's taxes. That's a fact, James S. Some of y'all can't afford to take that loan. Some of y'all need to leave that damn stimulus check alone. Yeah, because they sending it out to you. I'm telling you. And you're going to have to pay it back. It's a loan. It's a loan. I don't want the check at all. I have purposely not even filed taxes yet. I don't want to get caught up in that. I don't want it. I didn't file taxes yet this year. I'm trying to wait until the last minute. I do not want the check. You could file taxes even if you are unemployed. For everybody that don't know, you could literally file taxes even if you're unemployed. I hear what the news is saying, but I heard what the government also said. Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it. I heard. Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick, and then we're gonna get back on this Chinese problem that that melanated people are having in China. But I heard. Check this out, y'all. This I heard this. I seen a video of it. I seen an actual news coverage of this news coverage of it from on actual television. There, I think I forgot what state it is. I think it's Wisconsin. They're implanting people with microchips. There's a company that's implanting the people that work in their company with microchips already in their hand. I'm gonna say that again. There's a company, and I think not Massachusetts in what's the cheese state? Wisconsin. There's a company in Wisconsin that is actively putting microchips in their employees' hands. Shout out to the real Phil Blunt with the $10 drop. He says, and regardless of what your conspiracy theory may be, these deaths, I didn't say no conspiracy theory, and I said that the deaths are real, and I said the coronavirus is real. So the real Phil Blunt, I have no idea what you're talking about. I appreciate the $10. I appreciate the donation. But I have no idea what you're talking about. We don't have any conspiracy theories over here about the coronavirus. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you accidentally came into the wrong chat and donated to the wrong person. I don't know what you're talking about, homie. Just to be, hold on, make sure nobody donated to any of the cash apps or anything. I don't want to miss it. I don't know what you're talking about, homie. There is no conspiracy theory over here about the coronavirus. I'm constantly telling people, stay safe. It's something out there killing us. Please don't trans give it to other people. So I don't know what you talking about. Don't time him out, man. I don't know what he's talking about though. Does anybody know what this guy's talking about? Stephen Stewart said RFID under the skin is a huge in Scandinavian countries. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Does anybody know what he's talking about? Did you hear me say anything about any kind of corona? We haven't even been talking about the coronavirus, to be honest with you. So I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, you're not talking about me. My apologies, Mr. Phil Blunt. I was just gonna keep making jokes for a little while longer, or I was gonna actually build up to a joke. My apologies, Mr. Mr. Phil Blunt. My apologies. I could apologize about that. Um, yeah, so they actually implanting people with this shit. They just I've seen it pop up. They said that you're gonna have to pay it back. It's actually a loan. It's actually in the actual documentation. Nobody else seen the bill. Did you see the bill? It's in the bill. What are you talking about? One of the somebody uploaded the bill on the actual bill itself. I think it was Sean King uploaded the actual bill itself on IG with the actual paperwork in the act. What are you talking about? It said they're gonna have a one-time loan. That's a fact. Yeah, because some people already have it. What are you talking about? Like, I'm not making shit up. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Now you good. I cleared it up. I cleared it up. I appreciate you, my brother. I didn't know you was talking to somebody else. That's my apology. What it's money against future taxes. I don't know no other way to put it. It's money against future taxes. That's a fact. What do you mean name the bill? The bill just came out. What are you talking? All you got to do is go. Okay, I'm not having a conversation with this dude. Yeah, I apologize, Mr. Phil Blunt. That's a whole fact. Shout out to Footnet. Wait, hold on. Somebody said something. Somebody used Google and find out. They saying the social distancing could last to 20. I only heard about 2021. Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment. With the $10 drop, he said the theft tolls aren't real with the coronavirus. They passed a law stating that if you die from anything else while you have corona, it will be filled as corona death. Look at I don't want to get into this coronavirus conversation. That's not the conversation for today. But I will say that they do have some doctors that went on and got interviewed and said that there are people dying from things like meningitis, and they're just saying it's the coronavirus. But I don't know enough about that to have a conversation about it at the moment. When we file taxes in the future, they're gonna take the money back. Yeah, that's why they only giving you one check. You think that's why they only giving you one check. All right, so can we get back to can we get back to the Chinese to the problem that melanated people were having in China? Can we get back to that? And can we get back to ways that we could look? Stephen Stewart said they just said yesterday paying the stimulus check back even if you get too much money is fake news. A dude got $8 million in Florida yesterday. So you trying to tell me the dude that got the $8 million could just keep the $8 million? Okay, Mike Magic Johnson outlived a lot of people that caught the HIV virus and caught AIDS because the virus isn't what kills you. A lot of people was dying from the medication that they was being given. They taking that shit back in your taxes, man. That's why they have to attach it to taxes, man. Look, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'm telling you what I heard, and I'm telling you what I literally read in the freaking document. In the document, it said it's something a loan against your future taxes, man. Hey, what's up, DSTN's daughter? Salute. Mike Larry says next president not preaching. First of all, America should have been had free healthcare, but we can't because those companies wouldn't be able to be in business if they didn't overcharge in America the way that they overcharge. Okay, so just so y'all can understand my position on this, $1,200 isn't enough that you're gonna go get your taxes back and it's gonna be a big deal that they took some money out. That's not the issue. The issue is this: if they try to attach interest to it, that's the issue I have. I'm okay with loans that I want. I'm not okay with if they attach issues. I'm not okay if they attach interest to it. And also, I just happen to be one of the people that my job still exists. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that their job don't exist no more. Shout out to D No Love with the $2 drop. He said the bill is HR 788 Google. It's 800 pages. 800 pages. Everybody here that is telling me I'm wrong, y'all read the whole 800 pages? The stimulus check is not a loan. It is non-taxable. And you read the whole 800 pages, Sha Murder. I'm just asking. You know I love you. You read the whole 800 pages? It's 800 pages. Oh no, I know you agreeing with me, James. I think didn't we discuss something about this before? I think it's 800 pages. When one of y'all tell me have Lazaro look over it. If one shout out to Les Lazaro and shout out to Les Lazaro. So hold on. So you trying to tell me y'all read the whole 800 pages? Exactly. You read 799, right? You read about as many as I read. You read 700. Well, I read one about that. Could we get back to China, please? Could we get back to China? Because I don't even want to discuss this. Just somebody was real slick in introducing this topic. Somebody was just real slick when they introduced this topic and forced us to change. Kudos to whoever did that bullshit. See, this is what I was telling the other dude the other day. You have to be able to nuance a conversation. Just don't come in and try to force me to change the conversation. If you nuance the conversation and we organically change, there's nothing wrong with that. Shout out to Ace Money with the $4.99 drop. Piece of salute to the homie Jack Frost and the whole BBN network. Salute, homie. You already know what it is. Also, once again, shout out to Shotty. It was Shotty's birthday a couple of days ago. I don't know why anybody is calling that disease fake. I'm not even going into that. I don't even want to entertain those conversations. I already kicked the dude earlier for saying that. I'm not going on anything when I seen the actual bill that said it. So I don't know what to tell you. I seen the actual bill. I think Sean King posted it. If I could have looked at my phone, I would have showed you. I seen the actual bill. I think Sean King posted it, and it literally said that it's a loan against future taxes or some shit like that. I seen the actual. I'm not getting into that. I don't want to discuss that. We're moving back to China. Let's just agree to disagree. How about that? Let's agree to disagree. Nobody ain't got time for this shit. This is a conversation. We're gonna keep going in circles. So let's agree to disagree and move on. Can we do that? And yeah, that's a fact. When was the last time the government ever gave us when was the last time the US government gave us anything for free? They don't even give you freaking food stamps for free. If you get a woman pregnant, y'all don't work out, she go get on welfare, the government's gonna come to you and want their money back. So you can the government don't give nothing away for free. So I don't know what y'all talking about. They're gonna give money away for free to almost everybody in America. I don't know what y'all talking about. Anyway, let's just keep going. I want to say something else. I think we should also boycott McDonald's. Let's get back to the China thing, the China and the McDonald's thing. I think we should also boycott McDonald's. Shout out to Dino Love with the $2 drop. He said Trump is a businessman. He ain't giving away nothing for free. You know Trump ain't giving away nothing for free. He filing bankruptcy every 5 minutes just so he don't have to repay his business partners. Trump, just so we can be clear, Trump filed for bankruptcy just so he doesn't have to pay back his business partners when the business was failing. Ask the people in Atlantic City about that. I think McDonald's is a dub. Please stop eating McDonald's. I think we should just stop eating McDonald's just in general because that shit is bad for us. McDonald's is terrible for us. I'm gonna tell you what happened the other day. So the other day I was like, man, I just want something real quick to eat. I didn't want to make nothing. I didn't want to cook nothing. I considered McDonald's and my stomach turned. I was like, you know what? I'm not even hungry no more. Shout out to Dino Love with the $2 drop. He said, let's talk about how they doing us minorities wrong. Yeah, that's a fact. McDonald's, dog. Let's stop eating McDonald's. Let's stop eating McDonald's. First of all, we shouldn't be eating McDonald's in the first place. McDonald's doesn't have chefs. McDonald's have scientists. I'm going to say that again. McDonald's have scientists. I'm going to explain to you what McDonald's do. McDonald's create a flavor and then attach it to a thing. I'm going to say this again. McDonald's creates a flavor, and then they take that flavor and all of the I don't know what you want to call it, but all of whatever the scientific stuff that they worked on to create that flavor, and they attach it to a food. That's what McDonald's does. That's why McDonald's food don't go bad. Yes, 100% beef is a company. It's not McDonald's. All of these fast food chains that's saying that they have 100% beef, that's the name of the company. The company is named 100% beef. That's not 100% beef that you're actually eating. The company is called 100% beef. I don't know what the fuck kind of beef you could be eating horse meat. That's a fact. Any food that when you heat it back up, it tastes totally different, stop eating. I'm going to say this again. Any food that when you buy it, it tastes good, and then when you heat it up, it just tastes totally different. It's a whole new flavor, a whole new food. Stop eating it. It's not good for you. What's happening is when they're making it, it's the way it's supposed to be. But when you heat it back up, you're changing the molecular structure of the thing because it's not real food. You know, Chicken McNuggets is only something like 80% or 60% actual meat. Everything else is from a factory. Y'all do know this, right? Y'all do know this. Chicken McNuggets is not entirely actually food. Y'all do know this, right? I heard a story. I'm not 100% sure how accurate or true this is because it just sounded too crazy. But there was a story that came out of Europe. I think it was a lie though. But I'm going to tell you the story and think about it for a minute. And it's going to sound like if this actually happened, it might be something that's true. There was a family that couldn't get their kid to eat anything except for chicken McNuggets. The girl ate chicken McNuggets her whole life, ate nothing else. She just died one day. I think that was a lie. I think that was an exaggeration. But that sounds like something that would happen to somebody if they only ate chicken McNuggets. But let's say that you only eat fried chicken. That wouldn't happen to you. Let's say you only ate baked chicken. That wouldn't happen to you. You just, your body would be all messed up because you wouldn't have any other type of proteins and nutrients that it might need. But you're not going to die. I got to dump some of this stuff. So if y'all see, send me something. I could check it out. I want us to bring back the soul food restaurants. That's what I want. I want us to bring back the soul food restaurants. We need to have at least one soul food restaurant in every fucking community. Caribbean food, but we have Caribbean restaurants, and I love Caribbean restaurants, and I go to them. Healthy soul food restaurants, not the kind that killed Big Mama from the damn movie Soul Food. I love soul food. I'm upset that there's not more soul food restaurants and it's not easy to get to. Nobody said to eat soul food every day. Why does everybody? Why are you doing that for Nas Entertainment? Why are you doing that? No, you wouldn't die if you ate soul food every day. Soul food is literally just food. There's people that are alive in Atlanta and they've been eating their mama cooking every day of their life, which just happens to be soul food. So stop, okay? What are you talking about? We wouldn't even be alive. Do you know that in the 60s and in the 50s and in the 40s, what do you think people ate? That's all they ate. You didn't have these restaurants. What are you talking about, yo? Why are you making me laugh, yo? What do you think black people ate in the 30s and in the 40s? What do you think they ate? What do you think black people ate when we couldn't even go to right restaurants? We ate the food we cooked, which was actually soul food. So what are you talking about, me? I love you, but come on, man. Come on, man. We wouldn't even be here. What do you think black people ate in the 40s? What do you think we ate in the 20s? In the 1910s? What do you think we ate? Morgan Freeman is still alive. He lived through the era, and he definitely was alive when the only food for black people was soul food. I already spoke about that vintage. That's a fact. Soul food restaurants have been exchanged with Chinese food restaurants. The Chinese food restaurants ran the soul food restaurants out of business. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's not even up for debate or question. That's a whole fact. Chinese food restaurants ran the soul food restaurants out of business. They came to our communities, they opened up their stores, and then they sold the exact same amount of food for less money. I'm not talking about back when slavery happened. I'm talking about in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s. We ate soul food. We still alive. Chinese food has no nutritional value. Zero nutritional value. And a lot of them nutritional values that they try to say that McDonald's have and all these that those aren't good calories. There's difference. There's good calories, there's bad calories. There's good cholesterol, there's bad cholesterol. You understand what I'm saying? That's a fact. Steven Stewart says Chinese food used to be like $2 for like fried rice and some wings. That's a fact. With soul food, you know what you eating, homie. Let's stop. You know what you eating when soul food. That's not bad business on the soul food spots. If the food that you're selling is higher quality, it's gonna cost you more to buy the food. Therefore, you can't underprice somebody that's selling at rates. Chinese food restaurants was selling food at rates that that soul food couldn't match because they're selling food to us that has no nutritional value. Soul food has nutritional value. The problem is you can't put gravy on everything. The problem is you can't put cheese on everything. You feel me? Thank you, Miss Thrifty. I would absolutely eat soul food. When I want said, that's a shame that when we want soul food or something close to soul food, we got to go to Popeyes and get chicken. What the fuck? I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me the other day, real quick, and this is the only reason why I still eat KFC. This is the only reason why I still eat KFC. So the other day, I went got a bucket of chicken, right? Um, I still had some chicken left over to the next day, right? Soul food restaurants would do hella good. I don't even like using that word. Soul food restaurants would kill in the hood right now because most people don't know how to cook. So let's just be fair. Soul food restaurants would kill in the hood right now because most people don't know how to cook. All the restaurant has to do is have some kind of deals. You understand what I'm saying? You could go buy mac and cheese and get you a nice little container of mac and cheese for $1.50. So then that'll get people to come in because everybody loves mac and cheese. Just got to figure out a way to make deals. Hold on, let me tell you real quick. So I bought a bucket of chicken from KFC, right? Got a bucket of chicken, right? Me and a family member. So we got a bucket of chicken from KFC. The next day, still had chicken left. I heat up my food like this. I don't know how nobody else heats their food up, but I heat up my food like this. I put my food in the oven and I don't put the oven on high. I put the oven on low and I just let it sit in the oven a longer period of time so it can warm up slower. Because when the food warms up slower, you get more of the flavor. Do you know when I actually went to eat the chicken, the shit tastes like I just got it back from the Chinese, just got it from KFC? It tasted like I just got it from KFC. Just got it. Like and this was the next day. It tasted like I just bought it from KFC that day. Just right then. Yeah, I don't use microwaves. Microwaves is bad. Stop using microwaves. I put it in the oven. I put the oven on like 200. Not even high. Because you want to warm up food, you probably go to like 300, 350. I put it like at 200. I put it in the oven. I let it sit in the oven for about 45 minutes. Warmed it with a biscuit. Warmed the shit up so slow the shit was like perfect. It was like just got it from KFC. That's why I still fuck with KFC. When you re-warm food, if the food don't taste like when you bought it from the store, stop eating it. And KFC ain't really good for us either. But stop eating it. That's why I do not eat McDonald's at all. Always put food in the stove. In the oven, pardon me. I'm not going to lie. And the reason why I remember this, well, I put it in the oven and I was busy doing stuff. So I didn't just put it in the oven and watch my oven like, oh man, I can't wait for this 45 minutes to be up. I didn't do that. I put it in the oven. I was in the middle of already doing some stuff. So I said, you know what? I want a little snack. I put the shit in the oven. I went back to what I was doing. And then by the time I finished what I was doing, I went and pulled my food out the oven. It was ready. The hell? What in the hell? You thought I put it and I was standing in front of the oven for 45 minutes like, whoa, baby, Birdman hands. The hell? Anyway, yeah, we need to stop. Let's, yo, look, You know, if black people stop going to McDonald's, it's a wrap. They go out of business. McDonald's would McDonald's in our neighborhoods not go out of business, the whole chain. Let me just reframe that and be clear. The McDonald's in our neighborhood will have to start shutting down if black and Hispanic people stop going to the McDonald's in our neighborhood. They would shut down. I'm not eating no McDonald's. I mean, and I rarely ever eat McDonald's anyway. I probably will eat McDonald's like twice in a whole year. Now they're dub. I try to stay away from McDonald's. I try to stay away from Burger King. If I wasn't beefing with the White Castle people, I would probably only be eating White Castle because I think they put drugs in White Castle. I might have a White Castle addiction. I think they put drugs in White Castle food, man. I don't know, man, but them burgers is too good, homie. Um, but I don't I try to stay away from all that stuff. I like going to the regular. I live in New York City, so I like going to the regular pizza places. That's dope. We got a Blimpies. I mean, I love Blimpies. That's like I love Blimpies better than Subways. Yeah, I know they still got the same bullshit beef in there. I know that, Go Boys. That's why I'm trying to tell you. I think White Castle they put like heroin in their food or some shit. I don't know. Don't. I'm just joking. I don't know what they. But I'm just saying it's not fair. It's not fair, man. I don't know what White Castle was doing to they damn burgers. And now they got around in my neighborhood now they sell White Castle burgers, one burger for $1. So you could go get three White Castle burgers and like three other type of burgers and they're $1. That's a whole win. I like broccoli. What are you talking about? Broccoli is one of my favorite things to eat. Because broccoli, you can just as long as you got a nice garnish, a nice sauce to go with it. You know, to me, broccoli doesn't have a taste. So if I have a nice sauce to go with it, it's gonna bang every time. I love broccoli. I look, man. That's why I'm telling you. I think White Castle got some kind of like drugs in their food, man. The shit is retarded. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anyway, yo, look, we gonna have to close this up today. I definitely appreciate everybody that came through. We about an hour and a half into the show. You said White Castle was nasty. Okay, so we know Bree Power is I don't know what to tell you. I want to put you on a timeout for saying that stupid shit. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it though. But I wanna put Bree Power on a timeout saying that stupid shit. Bree Power and James S. Y'all both deserve timeouts for saying that stupid shit. Um, I don't know what to tell you. Yo, why is Rio over here? Rio over here want you to get a timeout for. Oh man. Um, I think you just have to have the White Castle from New York City. I don't know no other way to put it. Um, White Castle is steamed burgers, and then the cheese just be melting on the damn burger, and those onions they use. Whew. White Castle, man. What are you talking about? You was defending her. You said the kicker. I mean, you said the what? Oh man, I love them burgers. I love them burgers. White Castle is definitely another food that you have to eat it when it gets when you buy it. That's another problem. Um, I love them burgers. I don't know what to tell you. Oh man. Them burgers is good, man. I'm about to tell you. I don't see nobody else trying to go to any other food. I don't. McDonald's don't got a food. White Castle has 2 movies, y'all. Right? Wait, White Castle at least has 1 movie. White Castle has a whole movie named after it. Okay, I don't see that with McDonald's, Burger King, nothing. Shit. I'm trying to tell you. I'm thinking about eating right now. I'm making myself hungry. Anyway, look, I love y'all. Um, Chinese food, a dub. Let's stop buying from Asian people all in general. I'm not spending no more money. No, I'm not spending no more of my money with Asian people. Period. I don't care. Um, let's start supporting our own more. Let's start doing that. I think we don't support our own enough. I think that a lot of us was raised in households where black people, we weren't treated like we were special. If you see, go to a Dominican or a Puerto Rican household, they treat like their people are special. If you go to almost any other race of people, they treat their own people like their people are special. We don't do that. We need to start treating other black people like we part of a cult. I don't know no other way to put it, but like we special. Every human being is special, by the way. I'm not just trying to say black people in general. I'm just saying that we don't treat each other like we're special. You understand what I'm saying? Let's start doing that. Let's start appreciating our own people. We appreciate the hell out of white people. You got people bleaching their skin. You got people that need their hair to be straight like Caucasians. So, we appreciate in other races. You got black people that live on Chinese food. We're appreciating other races. Let's also appreciate our race. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying to boycott anybody except for the Chinese. They're stringing us up in their country. They're putting us in jail because we're black. They're taking the homes that these people work for because they're black. They're not allowing people to go into freaking McDonald's because they're black. Let's stop spending our money with Chinese people. And this is not me. Let's not attack them. Please don't go out there attacking Chinese people. Please, let's not do that. I'm just not spending my money with them. McDonald's did come out with a movie about its founder. You're right. Salute James Dean for correcting me. McDonald's did have a movie about its founder. It was actually pretty good, I heard. Did it win like an award for something? But that's neither here nor there. You are right though. I was wrong for that. I don't think any Chinese are bad. I'm not saying any Chinese are bad. I'm saying let's take this as what it is. Some people don't appreciate black people. Why don't we start appreciating us? That's what I'm saying. Let's us start appreciating ourselves. I'm not saying more than that. This is not no hate speech. Could we get them likes up before we close out? This is not no hate speech or nothing. I want to see more soul food restaurants. I want to see more black-owned hair businesses that get fair a treatment when they're buying their supplies to sell to our community so they could give us a better price. I'm sorry about that, Aziz. I missed when you said it about the founder. That's all I'm saying. Let's start supporting our businesses. I'm not trying to say don't support white people businesses. They're not the ones putting us in jail for being black. I mean, that could be argued, but they're not doing that. I'm not trying to say don't support Puerto Rican, Dominican, East Indian, Guyanese businesses. I'm not trying to say that. I'm pretty sure we go to Guyana right now, they're not going to tell us that we can't have an apartment because we're black. They're not going to tell us that we can't go into McDonald's or whatever store because we're black. They're not going to see us on the street and start arresting us because we're black. They're doing that in China. They're doing that in China. Thank you, Fishloke. Fishloke said it's the perfect time to organize. Power in numbers. That's a fact. They're doing that in China. My father has a business, right? You want to know what pisses me off more than anything else? When we move other races of people, if they don't like the service or whatever the case is, it's that they don't like the service. When we move black people, I'm going to tell you what we have to do when we move black people. See, my father owns a business. He's a mover. I'm going to tell you what he has to do when he moves black people. One, we got to argue over the price like hell. The price gets argued over like crazy. And this is me telling you because my father's owned the business for damn near my whole life. All right? My father's a hustler. He's been a businessman my whole life. Right? So check this out. We move black people. I want to explain this so y'all can understand where this is coming from. We move black people. We got to argue over the price because they don't want to pay anything. Not only that, but because they're black, we're also supposed to give them a discount on top of that. We're supposed to give them services that they're not paying for, and we're also supposed to give them discounts. If we don't do these things, you know what they tell us? And this happens all the time. Black person talking to another black person. We should have went with the white company. This is what we're dealing with in our community. I can't tell you how many times that I've moved a black person and heard them say to me they should have went with the white company because not because the white company was going to give them less money. They would have paid more money to let the white people move them. No lie. I'm not lying. I'm telling you facts. It is hard to be a black person and have a business go when the people who you're trying to sell your product to is black. Literally, if you're black and you want to have a successful business, you have to figure out how to sell to people who's not black. I'm not even joking. I'm not lying. I'm saying facts. It shouldn't be like that. And that's my point. That's my point. When that damn racist channel was talking smack about me, when that racist channel had those people over there calling us the N-word, they was supporting that white boy so hard it was retarded. He probably got the most donations he ever got in the history of his channel during those 2-3 months. Speaking facts. I don't want to call that channel's name out because I'm not trying to start no beef with them or nothing. I'm talking about the situation more than I'm talking about them. Yeah, it will be a Tonight Show. But that's what's going on. That's literally what's going on. So let's not do anything to hurt anyone. I don't want anyone to hurt anyone. But I do want all of us to pick each other up. Get it? I don't want nobody to hurt no one. I don't want no one to go do anything negative to anybody. Stop taking your energy and doing something negative to hurt somebody when you could take that same energy and do something positive to support something. Do that. Stop spending your energy on negativity. The people that don't like you are always going to be trying to get you to have a negative reaction to something. When somebody loves you, when somebody supports you, when somebody wants good things to happen for you, they're going to try to get you to respond in a way that's going to give you positive energy. They're going to try to get a jovial response out, a positive response out of you, a happy response out of you. When you see people that's doing like little nitpicking things to just disrupt your peace, they don't want you to do well. They want bad for you. Let's try to stop giving. Yo, what up, Brooklyn? Salute. I got my brother up in here. Brooklyn banger. Let's start using that energy in a positive way. You get what I'm saying? Let's stop all that negative. People trying to get you. They want you to if somebody truly dislikes you, they're gonna expend all of their energy that they could possibly do to get a negative reaction out of you. That's what they're gonna do. Chilling, you already know what it is. Let's try to take that energy and put it into things that we love in a positive manner. Let's do that. With that being said, yo, look, I love you. I know everybody is stuck in quarantine. Please, please be mindful. I don't care what you think this shit is fake, this shit is real. I don't care what you think about it. But be mindful of this. You do not know everything, and this could be something that you don't even understand. So let's try our best. Why no more UBN vlogs? How can I get to the studio? I wasn't in the studio for a while because I had a strike against my channel, but now I can't go to the studio anyway because we have a quarantine. So that's more. That's the only reason why we're not doing the Wokecast, and I'm not doing more things on the UBN. But I want to do stuff on the UBN. I could holler at some of individuals I know that's a part of the UBN and see if we could get a collective together and make some videos and talk about some stuff. We could definitely do that. But I also only want to put out positive energy. I don't want to I don't want people to see us as savages, us as people of color. I don't want people to see us as savages. I don't want people to hate us. I don't want to give people a reason to think that we ain't no good. I don't want to give those reasons. So a lot of times I do have individuals that can tell me things that happen in UBN. It, it it's I don't want it to. I want to talk more about the positive aspects of things that we could do in the future rather than negative aspects of things that has happened in the past. And they're also beefing a lot over there right now on the internet. Um and it's really, and I know what's going on, and I just don't want to get involved in it. It's really just one person. It's really just one person doing weirdo shit, to be honest with you. It's just one person doing weirdo shit. It's just really one person. I don't know enough about 5G for me to be able to have a discussion about it. And I also don't know enough about the coronavirus for me to be able to have but so much of a discussion about it. Are you asking me why am I not having discussions about things that I don't really know much about? Or are you asking me, are you telling me that I'm supposed to give people misinformation? I'm not sure what you're saying. I don't think I know enough about 5G in order to be able to have a discussion about it. And I don't think I know enough about the coronavirus to have I can only have a surface discussion, which we've had, by the way. Also, this is like supposed to be a hip hop urban channel, just so y'all could be clear. It's just that I'm smart. So since I could talk about a lot of different things, people usually want me to talk about shit that is nowhere near my wheelhouse. Yeah, I know when people just want to argue. That's why I just said it the way that I said it. Appreciate you, Anthony Upton, for also spotting that. That's why I said it the way that I said it. You feel me? You subscribing, Laura? Shout out to Laura. You've had some pretty decent comments. I haven't read many of them, but you have had some pretty decent comments. I be pulling up in Philly. Is Philly a different area? You consider Philly somewhere different? I be pulling up in Philly. I pulled up in Philly quite a few times this year. What up, Derek? I did hear that some people stimulus check was being held on to because or some stimulus checks wasn't being sent out because Donald Trump want to make sure his name is on them first. So shout out to Donald Trump, motherfucker. Yeah, I go wherever. That's a whole fact, though. We will be going to Las Vegas as soon as this shit is up. We were actually supposed to be going to Las Vegas to go to the draft, but as everybody see, all that stuff got postponed. But yeah, I'll pull up. I'm Jack Frost. What are you talking about? Anyway, with all that being said, please, let's be more supportive of each other. Let's do positive things out in the world. Let's try to definitely um just be more supportive of our people. I'm not trying to say that you gotta say screw everybody else. I'm just saying let's be more supportive of our people. What do I think of Hassan Campbell? I don't got no beef with him. He says some things I don't agree with, but he says things that I agree with. I don't got no beef with Hassan Campbell. I would love to have Hassan on the show. I don't know. That's what the news was reporting. And it just sounds like something that's possible because Donald Trump is a narcissist if I've ever seen one. Um, with that being said, for everybody that don't know, a narcissist needs to make everything about them. I don't know if I care about whether he believes his stories. That's good enough for me. Hassan Campbell's believes his stories. I don't have no reason to say he's a liar. And then on top of that, I know people that knew him back then. I know people that knew him back then. Get what I'm saying? So I know a ton of shit. I know shit that he's saying that I know is fact. And I know some shit that he's saying that is my nigga, that's not the way it happened. But I don't care. Like, who am I to be trying to discredit him for? He has a right to get on the internet and do his job. Get it? I think a lot of people hate him. Um, who am I? Who am I? I don't know enough about the situation to have a strong opinion. With that being said, I love y'all. Please, let's do some positive stuff today. Patricia Rasso says it's not myth from it. There's a lot of research on a lot of people that are talking about it. I'm telling you, course, you got your own people that listen. Hold on. What are you talking about? That listen to you. What do you feel about the quarantine? Do you know anyone? I've actually know people that have been. I know of people that they said actually died from the coronavirus. So shout out to William Somerville with the $2 drop. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. You the man. Yeah, I don't got no problem with her. I don't have no problem with no YouTube content creator. I just don't like saying YouTube content creators' names because every time I say a YouTube content creator's name, there's a group of people that run to those content creators and try to convince them I'm talking shit about them. So I just prefer not to just talk about nobody. That's how I got into a back and forth with the racist, with the guy that runs the channel with all the racists attached to it. I actually was giving him some really good advice on how to build his platform up bigger than it was, but he took it as me talking shit. Shout out to him. Yes, that money has to be paid back next tax season. I keep telling people that, but nobody's. They keep saying that, so that's what I think. I could be wrong, whatever the case might be. I don't know. Let's agree to disagree. With all that being said, look, I love y'all. Everybody enjoy y'all day. Go do something positive. Stop spending y'all time listening to all of this negativity. Y'all know y'all destroying, y'all hurting your own. You're destroying, you hurting your own self when you spending all of this time listening to these negativity. If there's YouTube content creators that all they do is spew negativity, stop listening. Go listen somewhere that's going to give you some food for your soul. That's going to give you some information that you can use. That's going to try to help build you up and pick you up when you fall down. Why don't you deal with people like that? Stop dealing with these jerk offs that all they want to do all day is call somebody else a BS N-word. Why? The person might be a BS N-word, but why do we have to talk about them all the time? That's all I'm saying. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.